non-violent stand and trust that God will hear our cries of pain and sorrow. Some were beaten and jailed and some were even killed, but still they stood up for their rights and a new tomorrow. So they marched in the face of bigotry, singing we shall overcome. And they marched to proclaim that liberty should belong to everyone. And they fought the battle in the streets without weapons in their hands. They believed that there would be victory if God's people took the stand. They fought the forces of hate without weapons in their hands. They needed for freedom. Freedom. They faced the guns and the dogs and the threats from angry mobs. They did it for freedom. Freedom. Men and women and children all holding hands and singing songs of hope that all would soon be treated equal. Without fear they faced a nation filled with hate and said that we are willing to die to free our people. So they marched in the face of prejudice and said Jim Crow must be gone. Then they marched to proclaim that racism can't be used on anyone. And they fought the battles in the streets in a pure non-violent way. They believed that their own sacrifice would change it all someday. They took the beatings in jail and believed they would prevail. They did it for freedom. Freedom. They followed the man with a dream and they never gave up hope. They did it for freedom. Freedom. I'm so thankful for Martin and John. I send respect to Rosa Parks, yeah, yeah. I'm so thankful to all who were involved and for all